Hello everyone. So today I just wanted to kind of take you all through me giving my hair a trim, and then also just some styling products that I'm using, the way I style my hair with those products, and my results. This trim is literally just like tipping my ends. It's not like a full-on trim. It's not super professional. I'm literally just gonna kind of go curl by curl and whatever that curl needs, whether it needs just tipped or it needs maybe a little more of an edit than that. That's what I'm gonna do. And as I get finished with the section, I'm just gonna put it in a braid and toss it out of the way, and then bring down the next section and just do that all the way through my hair. Some pieces, like the color treated pieces that have been processed, with bleach, they lose elasticity, and so sometimes they may need a little bit more of a snip than other pieces. And some curls, are just looser, so maybe to get what you want from them, to get them to spring up, you may need to trim them a little more. And then the pieces that are a little tighter curls, those areas may need a little less of a trim. That's why curls are so personalized, and getting to know your person at your client or the person whose hair you cut, so that you know what works or doesn't work for them or for yourself. And like my case personally, see, like that bleached piece, I trimmed a little more off of it than some of the other pieces, because they tend to lose their curl shape, and so to get them to get their bounce back, taking a little more sometime off of a damaged piece just gives it a better shape. And so just going through here and doing that. Snip here, and a snip there, here a snip, there a snip, everywhere a snip. And with it being the end of summer, we've all been out, and we probably have some damage from swimming and activities, from being in the sun, and it's just a good time of year to give yourself a nice little trim. And I'm basically, trimming it where it lays. I'm not doing a whole lot of over direction with the hair or anything. I'm just kind of at the angle that it's already been cut. When I do get to the crown, I do kind of over direct it, because I do like a little more volume in the crown. But what you'll see when we get to that part. I tried to speed it up so it's not super boring to set through. I'm just pulling it out there. And if thy curl offends thee, then snip it off, and it will grow back better. That's kind of my theology on that. So I'm doing the crown right here. Just finger sectioning, nothing fancy or super professional. Just kind of trying to get it done. Then I'm going to pull the crown forward. And so since it's pulled forward, it's automatically over directed, which will give it a little more layer. I'm not getting technical with it because it is a crown piece. It's harder to see, and I'm not going curl by curl. So got that done, and we're going to toss it back. Now, just for the front pieces, I'm really kind of liking where the face framing pieces are laying currently. So I literally just want to even them up and just give them just the slightest bit of trim. I like face framing pieces. I feel like it looks good on me, especially like day 3 when my curl has relaxed. So I'm just trimming those up. Okay, now I'm just looking at the shape and kind of seeing if there's something that, you know, one side a little longer than the other. Just still working on getting some ends. Okay, so you just want to kind of look for shape and symmetry. If any curls offend thee that might need a snip. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And see, those are the lighter pieces there. That one I just snipped, it's like the bleached pieces that have kind of lost shape from, you know, being processed. So those need a little more of a trim, a little more editing. And yeah, so that looks fairly good. Now I'm just going to bring forward my pieces that I've already trimmed and take them out of the braid to see how the overall shape looks. And I really like my hair when it's kind of relaxed like this. I like the way it looks, but I have to go through the curly days, the extra curly days, to get to the loose days, which this is looser than I normally would run around. This is like when I want to be super lazy. All right, so we're moving on to the next step, which I'm going to use, I'm going to oil my hair like a pre-wash. And I've got it in and I've got it covered. Of course, you want to focus on your damaged areas or processed areas, and you want to focus on your mids to ends, which I did. However, I also go through and I'll put a little bit on the new growth of the hair too, a little, not like a whole lot, but some. Okay, so we got that in. Moving on. This little clip here is a thorn in my side, just so you know. It is out of order. This is supposed to be towards the end. And every time I try to take it out, it's not working. Yes, okay. This is actually where we're supposed to be. So I used the Dove moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. And then I used the leave-in Sol de Janero MilkyLeave-in conditioner first. And then I used the Curlsmith protein curl cream. And I'm just finger combing it through. I'm praying hands it through. I'm kind of doing all the things, just trying to get it covered. And then I'm going to use the Ouidad. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ouidad foam. I'm going to pin this up because I want to kind of get it into my layers. I have a good bit of hair. My hair isn't super dense. I have like a medium, I guess, texture density hair. So the lighter the product, the better for my hair. Alrighty, so we got the foam in. Now, I'm going to use this mousse. It's also by Ouidad. I believe it's Ouidad vitacurl. I will put the products down below in the description. But I want to focus this more on my crown area and the outer layer rather than the inner layer, because of course this makes my hair more curly and I do enjoy my length, so I do focus this a little more on like the crown area. Alright, so I have all my product in, so we're going to use my curl brush and define the curls. And I'm going to do this layer by layer. A lot of times, this is how I do it. I pin it up and I start in the back. And then as I comb through, I give that section a shake, shake, shake to wake up my curls. And then just pull down the next layer. And that is how I like to do it. And if you don't have one of these curl defining brushes, I also love to use my Tangle Teaser brush. I use a Denman. Use whatever you have, because you can still go back in and scrunch and encourage your curls. And yeah, so just use what you have. So I am trying to do my curls kind of back away from my face here. And shake, shake, shake. Encourage that curl. Wake up, curls. Okay. And then I'm going to do the next section. And I'm not perfect, and I mess up a lot. And sometimes you can see the lines where I've made my line in the curls. But just use a pick and try to pick it out a little bit. So I'm doing the crown section here, which is a crown. Sometimes I like to do the crown section. I'm not doing it in this video, but kind of at an arrow angle where it points back towards the base of my hair. I'll have to show you all what I mean by that in another video. Alright, so I'm doing the crown area. And of course, you know, the thinner your sections, you probably will have more volume than thicker sections. Then sometimes I get lazy and I just want to get it done, and I'll do bigger sections. Sometimes I take my time and I do it very intricately. These aren't super thick sections, but I'm just saying. And my hair never does the same thing twice. It has a mind of its own a lot of times. And sometimes it surprises me for the good. And sometimes it surprises me for the not good. I'm just combing it back. Shake, shake, shake. Wake up, curls. Okay. And this part, I kind of leave it all forward. Try to push back what I've already done. One of the nice things about this brush is it does have that end where you can use it to help separate your curls. And I'm just combing through and back. This is more my problem area. I feel like I get the what they call the halo frizz, the crown frizz, right up there, which sometimes using a little bit heavier product like a curl cream, maybe a little more in that area, and that area would be helpful. And I do that, but I do my best, you know, but sometimes it's still frizz. But remember, frizz can also be our friend, because where there's frizz, there's volume. That's what that's, I guess, my mantra, or that's what I at least tell myself. And just doing the side pieces back away from my face as well. Okay, so we're getting there. Wake up, curls. Okay, let's see. So maybe I should have sped this up more. I'm telling you, this videoing stuff is a learning curve. Or it is for me, because I'm not great with technology anyway. But if you'll stick with me, I'll get better. I promise. Okay. And then my front pieces tend to not be as curly, I feel like, as other parts of my hair. So sometimes I'll use a little bit of extra mousse or foam in them. And then also finger curling this area is a good idea. Did I? No, not today. Should I have? Maybe, probably. But I was wanting to get this up sooner than later, but the editing has given me fits. But I'm learning. It's a process. So I'm just going to scrunch it really good. I'm not finger curling it. Sometimes I'll go back in and I'll look for pieces that I think maybe I should give a little more love to and finger curl. And then sometimes you just got to go with it, because if you'll be here all day, and we all know wash day is wash day. It takes us forever to get
He's a man to watch and burn. He's a wishing breeze return. He's the one that won't be saved, and he's the one with grace. He's watching from the far. He's calling from the start. He's the kind that goes and lows, and he's the beating close. He's a wishing